Hi, welcome to the Please Subscribe show. I'm Cole.
I'm Linda.
We had a lot of rain over the last few days. Actually, a record number of rain. A lot of rain. A record number. And it's pouring down quite a bit. It's a tropical weather coming through North Texas. We're going to look at some of it today. Come along with us. Okay, so as we know, we've gone through a lot of rain. Now, this new McDonald's is just now opening, and it's actually one of its kind. It does not have a dine-in. So you can only drive through to pick up your food. There's one drive-through window. Linda said there's something to do with, like, what did you say? It was like a vacuum?
A vacuum? Just like, yeah.
So there's like a tube that goes outside of McDonald's.
I'm too good for them.
There's some of the new McDonald's employees right there.
What about me?
And they've got over 17 cameras out front. It's a Lanford Wilson play, if you know anything about Lanford Wilson. I mean that because of the overlapping dialogue.
McDonald's never hires.
So with vlogging, what I mean by Lanford Wilson is a lot of people don't know what I'm talking about. What I just mean is that it's okay to have overlapping dialogue in a vlog. It doesn't have to be as perfect as those old television shows and things like that. It's however it comes out. And Linda said something that was very interesting today. I thought it was very wise. She said it's all about showing up, right?
Correct.
It's all about being there and showing up, wherever that may be. And we have a lot of interesting vlogs that we want to put out there. Now we do commentate stuff, and I like that about my channel, is that we do.
Look okay?
I don't know, does Linda look okay? Okay. I like the fact.
I'm gonna get one right now. Woo!
I like the fact that we do
$10 more per hour. Woo woo.
Common day stuff too. I think that's important. Any vlogger that's interested in thinking, well, I can't necessarily go to Walt Disney World today, but I can do something just showing my life and showing who I am. That's what all the great writers have done. All the great artists have done in life is shown who they are for whatever purpose. It's all about showing your own personality, right?
Correct.
And it's about showing up. I know it's hard.
Sometimes,
but you have to show up.
You have to show up.
You have to show up. This is where I was the other night after I did the Jane Campion interview. Well, I didn't interview her, but I was responding to awards chatter. And this is where I was when I got to where the flooding was, and it's dried up some, but not completely. I know. You can see some of it, but this was all very, very high. Like when you'd pull out of this parking spot, like right here, your car was pretty much in it when it came to the amount of rain. It was very much piled up right now. That night, whenever I was talking about Jane Campion, this was just completely flooded too. There was a lot of water at this particular Jack in the Box. I had gotten Jack in the Box that day, but all along this area here, just tons of water that had flooded up. You can see kind of the remnants of some of it, kind of the residue. It's dried up a whole lot. We don't know if more water's coming, but there was record numbers of water. It's just hard to describe. I didn't show exactly where it was at that moment. I just showed you the amount of rain that was coming down, kind of close-up shots. I figured there was so much rain around, you might as well just show some of the close-up stuff. But this was really flooded right here. You can see right there, there's some holes right there where the water, it's basically like a drainage thing. And some of these restaurants all along here are actually, they're being worked on right now because of flooding. Yeah, I was telling that lady at the Jack in the Box right there about the bridge that Linda and I were going under, and we had to turn completely around. Now, it wasn't over here by Jack in the Box, but it was further down under this one bridge, and it was so much water, it would have messed up the car. Now, then there was a truck that was honking at us. We were trying to warn the truck not to go. It was quite a bit of water, and I'm sure they closed that bridge down, or underneath the bridge. A lot of times when I say, because I deal with water going under a bridge, is a lot of times I say water on the bridge. It's not on the bridge, it's actually under the bridge. So a bridge usually goes over and it dips down. In some cases, that's very popular for a lot of water to amount. Don't go through that. Don't even try to. It'll flood out your car. It doesn't take but not even a foot of water to wash you away. It's very dangerous to do. I've heard other experts that have talked about it. They always say, don't try to do that. Always turn around. The thing they say in Texas is turn around, don't drown. So if you think it's just a little bit too much, turn around then. That little too much can be way more than what you think. And I was pretty scared about it. You know, I told Linda, I didn't vlog it because I was focusing more on what to do at that moment. But what I did was, of course, I'm talking about it, so that counts too. But what I did was I just completely turned around and then went up through an exit behind me, which is also pretty dangerous. So it's dangerous to do in either way. But it was a lot of water. And I said, look at the amount of water. So when I turned around, this truck just started honking and getting all mad. You know, because they're a big bad truck with the 4x4s. But don't always try to follow them either, because some of those trucks don't make it either. You can see a lot of the mud and residue of the rain there. It's not a whole lot, but you can see a lot of it right there. This is the third day of rain, and you can still see there's major cloud cover and everything right here. Lots of cloud cover. It's all coming. This is actually a tropical storm that's coming up into Texas. Okay, anybody that's from Texas, I'm Cole and this is Linda. Anybody that's from Texas, especially North Texas, anyone from, you know, in the Tarrant County area, Arlington, know about the band Pantera. They've heard about Pantera in some form or fashion. Everybody that's come across any type of rock music, Pantera has come about, okay? Now, they had a great guitar player that helped pretty much launch the band to stardom, and his name was Dimebag Darrell, but he used to go by, Diamond Darrell was the original name that he had chosen in the early stages when they were a hair band. Now, I did watch a lot of vlogs on this. Jordan and Lion talked about how they did not want to become a hair band, and they weren't trying to be a hair band. It was just the clothing and the style that was going on at the time when Pantera started off. So they were more hard metal. I've also heard that they were never trying to be Metallica. Okay, so I just wanted to get this straight. I never really said that they were trying to necessarily be Metallica, but there is some truth that I feel Metallica has had influence on them. Now, cool things about Dimebag Darrell. We're only focusing on Dimebag Darrell's assassination. In a way, he was kind of assassinated on stage. It was a very weird thing in the rock world. The guy that did it was very weird. He was ex-military. He had some paranoid schizophrenic issues. Went up there with a gun, and they said that when he did it, he was on a mission. It was a very strange thing that happened. He ran right on the side of the stage, ran right up to Dimebag Darrell, and killed him immediately. This is when they were only on their set for about 90 seconds. Not even a minute did they start. I'm going to get all this information about the specifics. Now, that's about the execution of Dimebag Darrell. Now, there has been rumors that Dimebag Darrell is actually the best guitar player in the world. Okay, here's some rumors. Now, this can be argued. This is argumentative, but Eddie Van Halen did meet with him, and Eddie Van Halen's also rumored as one of the best guitar players of all time, and they even knew each other, Dimebag Darrell and Eddie Van Halen, to a certain degree. One thing that Pantera would always say before they would go on stage was they would say Van Halen. It was like a code for we're gonna rip it up, Van Halen style. So, what's wrong? She's a little upset. Are you okay? Okay. Well, anyway, I'm gonna cut off here pretty soon, but we are gonna search out Dimebag Darrell's grave. I got the coordinates. I tried putting them in Google Earth. It did not exactly match up, but it did bring me over to the Moore Memorial in Arlington.
Shut up.
Linda's a little upset right now, but we do take this serious. Pantera is a Texas band. It did make headline fame. You know, they were practically celebrities. A little more facts about Dimebag Darrell is that one of the lead guys of Kiss, Gene Simmons, I can remember. Gene Simmons is the way to remember his name. Stick your tongue out. He actually helped with this burial of Dimebag Darrell, and it's a beautiful gravesite. I wanted to go and look at it. I saw it from other vlogs, and it's been raining a whole lot for the last couple of days, so it's probably it could be too muddy. We may have to turn around, but we might look at it. But anyway, Gene Simmons was behind the actual burial, getting him a really good burial. And believe it or not, Eddie Van Halen donated it's a certain type of yellow and black guitar. I've heard the name of it just the other day, that what they called the type of guitar, but it's a specialized guitar that Eddie Van Halen would make only for him and the band Van Halen, and he actually gave him the original. So he gave the original, not a duplicate. It wasn't a duplicate. It was actually the original black and yellow. I think it was a black and yellow. It had some kind of name, like an earthquake guitar or something. They gave it a certain type of name. Anyway, but we're headed toward the memorial, and we're gonna see if we can find it.
Fucking manager, 19-year-old, a fucking 40, and I can't even get a fucking management position. I feel like a loser right now. Such a loser.
We found Linda's glasses.
Yeah, I do.
They're missing for a couple of days. Now, the only thing I really know about Pantera, other than doing a little bit of reading on some websites, is stuff that I've heard throughout Texas and being a Texan all my life in North Texas. But Pantera, we've heard of Pantera, since like the early 90s. Even when Nirvana was coming out and stuff, people would still talk about Pantera. And all my headbanging friends growing up, they're like, man, Pantera, they're the best. It's the best band ever. And Dimebag Darrell, I remember hearing his name. I remember hearing it. What's a weird name, It's a weird sounding name. But Pantera always sounded weird too. Now, one thing that you have to realize is that when Dimebag was assassinated, when he was executed, when he was killed, when he was murdered, okay, he was not with Pantera. Pantera had already broken up. I gotta fight with this stuff. What are you looking up? You looking up Pantera stuff? Oh, she's looking up Pantera stuff. We're doing research. What is it? Yeah, it could have been that truck that was passing by. Okay. Now, they became Damage Plan, which was another band. Are you playing some of it right now?
Oh, yeah.
Is that Pantera or Damage Plan?
That's Pantera.
And they were taking it very... This is Pantera right here.
Pretty hard.
Yeah, I recognize it. They are hard. They have a very clear sound. When you can hear a band like that over a phone, and it's really distinct.
About 16 cornets, if I can see.
What song is that?
Walk Away, I think.
Which one?
I knew it took 16 phases. Walk.
I can't understand what you're
Walk.
saying. Walk?
W-A-L-K.
All right, let me look at it for a minute. All right. Well, we apologize if there's any false information coming out. It sounds like Pantera. I would say it's Pantera.
Yeah, that's
But
Pantera.
I'm not gonna lie to you. We're not like the biggest Pantera fans, But we've never done anything like this, and we've noticed when we saw some information about.
My ex-boyfriend loves Pantera. He would know. Sorry.
I don't mind them. I don't think they're bad.
Ooh, now you
I mean,
feel
I'm
right
more of a Metallica fan.
Beer. Hey, Angel, what's up? Ooh.
I'm more of a Metallica fan.
Yeah, more Metallica.
But I do appreciate that Pantera was around, and I'm not the number one Pantera. I'm not gonna lie and say I'm the number one Pantera fan, but I did see some information about the execution of Dimebag Darrell, and I thought it was some interesting stuff. Now, I have studied some of this stuff before. I had gotten a book on the assassination of John Lennon.
There's another song.
And I know a lot of people have done that too. The Dakota, New York, and I attempted to write a play about Mark David Chapman. That actually is true. So some of this stuff that I've heard about and stuff, it sometimes gets my interest, because why would anybody want to assassinate or kill a rock and roll star? But it's happened several times, more than what you would think. It's a very strange kind of thing that a person would get so involved with the rock and roll star that they'd actually go out and kill them. We're coming across some rain right now.